different ways to angle this stuff, whether you're doing, services or affiliate or whatever you're doing. But again, the idea is getting your foot in the door, right? And so this first thing gets your foot in the door really easily. And then you're going to be the one to decide, because look at how many people are in this class already. Some people want to do affiliate, some people want to do, services, some people want to do lead gen for, different types of companies. And so it's going to be up to you to figure out what that bait is and how you're going to angle it, okay? Because there isn't really a one size fits all option, okay? So let's get into, let me just show you. Let me show you this. I got a few different email inboxes here. Now, ideally, in order for this to work, we're gonna need some sort of alias, okay? So the reason I recommend an alias is because you're not going to want to send out millions of messages on, behalf of your name, right? If Dunk went out and just said, hey, it's Dunked, and sent that to 15 million people, that might not end well for Dunk. So usually I recommend that we have some sort of alias. So here's an alias we made. It's really simple to make a Gmail, right? Hey, it's BobbyRyan@gmail.com. Doesn't really matter what you put. We can use a random name generator. But let me show you this. So you see this inbox. This was something that we ran, I don't even know. It was a while ago. But look at can you guys see the top right up here, what it says? See that? 81,000. That's how many emails are in this brand new burner Gmail. Not brand new, but, we created it and we didn't have any prior emails going to it, right? So 81,000 responses. Now, here's the thing. When you do contact forms, you're going to get a lot of responses from just, auto responses, right? People are going to say, or websites are going to say, hey, thanks for contacting us. We'll get back to you, right? You're going to get a lot of responses like that. But you're also going to get, hopefully, some leads. Now, if I go to important here, check this out. 1,111 important. Okay. Now, the way we actually have this sorted is actually with Google's AI. And if you guys don't know about this, if we go into settings, we can turn on important labeling. If we click on show markers here, and I don't know if the team they might have just manually done that. I mean, that's pretty weird. But I guess they weren't turned on. But markers will actually automatically mark the things that it deems as relevant. And so I found that this is probably the best way to just see the actual responses. And now you will get some responses that are not, that are still auto responses. But let me show you this. So 111,000 in the important. So this one email here, you can see, hey, it's BobbyRyan@gmail.com. Message, I've got some leads that are interested in your company. Who or where can I send them? So this was another test we ran, right? This was just a lead generation offer. And the way we can actually angle this one is we can say, hey, if we get on the phone, right? Hey, Roy, we got leads for your company. And we have a few different ways that we can provide them to you. Do you want us to go over these options? And then we can actually offer them 2 different ways for them to actually generate leads. The first way is we can use a tool like Customers AI, them 500 leads for free on their website by putting a pixel on the website. So that's a free offer we could give them. And then the other way would be that we actually set up something for them like the infinite traffic system. We could actually set them up with their own server that will send messages for them once we learn how to do that, obviously. So this is just an example of something that you could actually offer. Now, do you have to offer this? No, I'm just showing you an angle, right? But look at this. So this person said, yes, please send them here. And then I could say, hey, here's my phone number. Let's get on a call or a Zoom so I can show you the leads, right? And then you would just break down how it works. Let's go through some of these. Here's another one. Hello, what are you looking? So I don't really know what they're asking me. But if we keep going through, look, here's another one. Sure, please send me on this email. And so these are all legitimate website owners, right? That are responding, yes, please send me the leads, right? And so we got them to take the bait, and now we just have to get on the phone with them. Look, we even got a phone number right here. And this is 111,000 people, right? Give or take, some of them are auto responses. But these are 111,000 different people that are leads that we can now contact that we didn't previously have, right? Do you see the power of this system? Does everybody understand what's going on here? Give me a 1 or a yes. How much would you package this as a lead generation? I mean, like I said, you could sell this for a $297, price point. You get enough people saying yes. You could raise the price based on supply and demand. How can we respond to all these people? I'm going to show you, because what we can do is we can actually use an extension called Mail Meteor to actually export all these leads, throw them into high level, and actually automatically respond to all of them. But we're not there yet, okay? So just bear with me. I'm showing you how this works, and then we'll get into the technical, okay? So step number one on this checklist is we need a Gmail. Okay, so we actually should put this up here. I'm going to put that there. Set up Gmail. Now, as we go through this, you're just going to go through and check this stuff off. And again, if you don't have the checklist, I'm going to throw it in here again. But you're just going to follow along with the checklist. And hopefully you'll be set up pretty quickly here, okay? So set up Gmail. That's the first thing, okay? Can everybody set up their Gmail? I'm going to assume yes. I don't think there's going to be any objections here. Yes. Tina says yes. Jacob says yes. Cool, cool. Awesome. Sweet. Okay. So everybody's going to set up their Gmail and they're going to turn on those markers. Okay. Now, remember, call it whatever you want. I would just recommend, go look up random name generator, have a random name generated. Melissa, you are raising your hand. There you go. Oh, I accidentally muted you. Sorry.
Oh, that's so funny. Quick question about the Gmail. Have you noticed in your testing that it's made a difference if you use a free Gmail or a paid Google Workspace plan?
Yes. So here's where things get interesting. If you're gonna, so in the past, as I showed you this, right? I was like, how do I respond to all these people just in Gmail? That's how you get banned, right? Especially if you just have a personal Gmail. If I went and I started like just taking all these and just started bulk responding to them, I would basically instantly get banned by Gmail. And the reason why is because I don't know. Gmail doesn't like that.
They have limits. They have like daily
Yes.
Receiving and sending limits.
Yes, exactly. And also some of these people will respond and say like, this is spam or something, right? And so if you create a G Suite, which I've done in the past, where I've bought, like the upgraded G Suite where you can up the limit, it still doesn't seem to matter because when you send enough emails through G Suite, maybe it's a little bit more, you still get that account banned. And so you're way better off setting up high level, because high level, you can send up to 5,000 emails a day with a basic account. And you can even sync it with your Gmail. So in my opinion, don't do it through Gmail. You do it to retain all the leads and to filter the leads with the AI sorting and then port it into high level, which we'll talk about. Yeah. So anyways, you guys are here because I'm teaching you all my mistakes, okay? There's a lot of things that don't work with this, and I'm trying to help you guys avoid those things. All right, so set up Gmail. That's done. We're all good on that. Okay, next, there's a few different ways to do this, okay? Now, there's the cheap way where you don't have to really pay that much more money, and you can do this, for as affordable as possible. And then there's, a little bit more expensive. And then, eventually, if you want to go scale to the moon, you can make this a lot more expensive. But we're going to talk about the cheapest way possible, which is just running GSA on your own computer. Okay. Now, that's up to you if you want to do that. I will tell you that when you run GSA on any computer, it is going to take up resources. Okay. So if I go look at my task manager, this is actually a server here. Okay. If you want to rent a server, you can get away with renting them for, not that much. But what's going to happen is I don't want GSA running on my main computer, because what's going to happen is I'm going to have to not be able to use that computer while it's running because it takes up a lot of resources. Let me show you this. Task manager. But if you want to go the more affordable route, you can use your own computer and not rent a private server, which a private server is just really a private computer that you can connect to. But here you can see we're running about 40% of our CPU, 30 to 40%. And our memory, this is our physical memory, our RAM, is at about 97%. So, that's not ideal because we're basically maxed out on our computer. And ideally, the more RAM, and usually the RAM is going to be the bottleneck, but the more RAM you have in a computer, the faster you can actually send these forms. And it also depends on the amount of proxies you have, which we'll talk about. But just know that if you're running this on your own personal computer, like let's say you just open this up right now on your own computer, the one that you're on, you're not going to really be able to do anything else, right, while it's running, which is fine if you don't care. Like, let's say you just want to set it and forget it at nighttime, you wake up in the morning and you use your computer again, okay? But if you want to use a server, you can use this link, okay? So this is called Solid SEO VPS. That's what I'm using right here. And I believe I asked them for a coupon code, and I think they gave us a coupon code so that you can actually even use that. Let me see if I can get that for you really quick. But just out of curiosity, just to ask you guys here, give me a 1 if you're planning on running this on your own computer, or 2 if you're planning on running this on a server. Okay, 2, lots of 2s. Okay, good idea. Again, I'm just giving everybody the option. I'm trying to give like the cost efficient way as well. But yeah, use the link in the checklist. And by the way, here's the other cool thing about this is that when you're doing this, let's say you start setting this up for other people, you can become an affiliate as well for all these things, right? So let's say you generate, 1,000 leads like this of people that are interested in your lead system, and you're planning on selling them the infinite traffic system, right? To set this up for them. So you get on the phone with them, you say, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to set you up for it. It's $297. They say yes. And you go, cool, go grab Solid SEO VPS, go grab this tool. And so not only are you making money on the service, but then you're also making money on all the affiliates that they're signing up for as well. Okay. So you can choose, you could also choose to give away this stuff for free, right? You could say, listen, I'm not even going to charge you for the setup. I'll set all this stuff up for you for free as long as you just go buy the links, and then you get all the affiliates on that as well. Okay. So there's tons of different ways that you can do this. But anyways, you go to here and then you grab a VPS, and you might be thinking, which VPS do I get? So I would recommend getting a Windows VPS. And again, if you don't know what a VPS is, it's a virtual private server, which is literally just a computer in another location. Imagine you connected to my computer right now. That's all this is. It's just a computer that you can connect to. Okay. And so there's different ones you can get. The best one I think you can get is this one, the Ryzen VPS. And really, again, the main bottleneck that you're going to have is the RAM. Okay, so the more RAM you get, the faster they're going to send. So this one is like $89 a month. It's the one I run. It's not necessary if you're starting out. And I think you can go even like, if you just go like the baseline here, 2 gigabytes of RAM, $995. Okay, 16 gigabytes of RAM, $54. So choose whatever you want. This is the one I used right here, the Ryzen VPS, the $89 one. But again, it's probably like not super necessary if you're starting out. Okay, maybe get a $20 one or a $10 one, or run it on your own computer. It's up to you. Okay, but yeah, I would start out going there, getting a VPS. I'm going to show you how to set that up in a second, but I just want to show you the main things in here, and then we'll talk about the setup. Is it easy to upgrade to the VPS later if needed? Yeah, because once you do all the licensing for GSA and everything, you can always transfer the licensing over to the server. Okay. And okay, so by the way, the main things that you need are like these 4 things. After that, you don't really need the other things, but they are recommended. And I'm going to show you how to do a lot of this stuff yourself. But VPS, up to you. Decide if you want it or not. Get it. Okay. GSA and Capture Breaker. These are the only, GSA is the only one obviously you need. Okay. You don't necessarily have to have Capture Breaker, and the proxies, you can scrape public proxies. They're just going to probably break more often, but there is probably a free way to do this. But the only real actual required thing is GSA here. Okay. Because without GSA, we cannot send messages. So click on this link and then go to GSA. And then, so the big difference is between the Capture Breaker and GSA itself. GSA is just the thing that sends messages. Okay. This is how we send our messages. It's a one-time fee. It gives you a license, and once you have it, you never have to pay for it again. Okay. However, the Capture Breaker is how you actually break captchas on a website. Okay. The only thing that's going to happen if you don't have the Capture Breaker is your success rate's going to go down. Okay. So it's up to you whether or not you want it. You will be able to deliver more messages if you get the Capture Breaker, but you can always get it later as well. If I get a cheaper VPS, can I upgrade? Yeah. If you put in a ticket to them, they'll upgrade you if you ask them to do it. And that's what I recommend is start out slow. Like maybe just get like the lowest things, and maybe even run it on your computer to start. It's up to you, but start out with slow, and even if you run everything at the slowest setting possible, you can still send out millions of messages a month. Okay. So the only reason I'm telling you this stuff is because like I've gone and shelled out like $3,000 just to see how far we could take this. And like at one point I was sending 100 million messages every couple days just because I wanted to see how far I could take it. But is that necessary? No. I mean, you're going to have so many leads like at a certain point that you don't